As we zoom in towards NSR Hire Ballpark on a beautiful Friday night, we welcome you to our coverage of Week 8 of the 2025-26 State Baseball League. And what a big game this one is going to be. It's the Vic Park Belmont Reds in the 5, and they're looking for 5 wins in a row against the Rockingham Rams, who started off the season strongly, but they are in a slump, looking to avoid their 4th straight loss after finishing in 5th place last year and playing their first ever final. What a game it promises to be. Paul Bersick's my name. Great to have your company on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube pages for this Friday Night Lights clash between two very competitive teams. Both have got strong pitching defence, and that could be the key for both sides this evening. Of course, Vic Park coming off a very good win over the Gosnells Hawks in 7, and it was all thanks to their big import hitter, Kanta Suzuki, who batted in 3 runs in a big homer to give the Reds a 4-3 win over the Gosnells Hawks, while the Rams, their 3rd straight loss came against the reigning champs, the Morley Eagles, in a doubleheader. They lost both, but in their second game, they were able to be a lot more competitive. They batted in 5 runs in the 4th inning, but that was about as good as it got for the Rams against the Eagles, ultimately going down 7-5, even though the hard effort pitching of Vinny Tarantola, who pitched 6 complete innings for 3 strikeouts, was not enough. Hill and Langford each batted in runs throughout as well. There you see the Vic Park Belmont Reds. They are, at the moment, along with the Perth Baseball Club, one of the form sides of the competition. The Reds going for 5 straight wins, a similar run to the reigning champions, the Morley Eagles, and haven't they got some firepower in their pitching department? No doubt that is going to be one to look out for. Andrew Hurlbrink, who has had a great season so far with 20 strikeouts for the season, along with Ito, who's got 68 strikeouts, but strangely, Ito not playing tonight. He has been replaced by Hurlbrink on the mound as starting pitcher. Also, Warrington's in. Aguilar will be starting hitter for the Vic Park Belmont Reds, and Sam Shepherd is the Rockingham Rams designated hitter for this encounter tonight. Weather conditions absolutely perfect. 24 degrees it is at the present time. We got down to 29 earlier today. If you were at the Ashes test at Perth Stadium, make sure you had on some sunscreen to epic proportions, because you would have burnt your entire face off if you stood in the sun all day. But at least it's a lot cooler here tonight at NSR Hire Ballpark. We're going to get down to 21 degrees by the end of this encounter. As the players are getting themselves set, Vic Park Belmont Reds are going to take to the field first. We'll give you their starting lineups right now. Andrew Hurlbrink will be starting on the mound. Mazzado's starting catcher behind home plate. Small Page at first base. Ryan Boyer at second base. And Suzuki, we talked about, the match winner last Sunday against the Gosnells Hawks. He's going to be starting at 3rd base. Ben Warrington at shortstop. And then comes Josh Cosgrove at left field. Josh Greenham at centre field. And at right field, Cody Vandergraaf. Very sharp outfielder is Vandergraaf for the Vic Park Belmont Reds. Of course, he took that catch to seal the deal for the Vic Park Belmont Reds. The Rockingham Rams, they're going to take the field first, as I should say. They're in the black tonight. The Rockingham Rams in the black jerseys tonight. The Reds are in the red. I'll give you the Rams starting lineup with that in mind as well. Starting on the mound is Isaac Keane. 40 strikeouts this season, an ERA of 4.966. This will be the 6th game that he has started tonight. Tyler Hill starting catcher. Vinny Tarantola, the playing coach, at first base. Langford at second. Diggins at shortstop. And another one of the Rams imports, Yosuke Fuji, at third base. Stuart Sara at left field. Jax Williams at centre field. And Jesse Sakera at right field, completing both the defensive lineups for both sides. Many have said here tonight, including both the coaches, that this game could go one of 2 ways. Vic Park and their sharp pitching defense could prevent the Rams from getting some big threat on the scoreboard. And they've got some powerful hitters, do the Rockingham Rams. They've got a strong top order, but the problem is lacking that consistency to get runs on the board. That has been the Rams' biggest issue. One thing you can expect, this may not be a 7-inning slugfest. It might be an all-pitching defense battle, but strange things do happen in baseball. Anything can happen. As the teams are getting themselves set, we await the lead-off hitter for the Vic Park Belmont Reds. Kanta Suzuki is going to get things started for the Reds, who are currently in 5th place on the ladder, looking for 5 straight wins. He will be the first batter for Isaac Keane to face. He's warming up with a couple of fast balls there, a couple of four-seamers to get himself going. Suzuki hitting at 227, just below the median line, his 9th game this season. Had 5 hits as well, including 4 RBI, 3 of them coming in last Sunday's encounter against the Gosnells Hawks. Round 8 of the 2025-26 State Baseball League at the newly named NSR Hire Ballpark is underway. The Rams looking to avoid their 4th straight loss, as Keane will get us started facing the import in Suzuki, and he grounds this one past first base to get the Reds started. He's going to get a base hit off the first pitch. Just the start the Reds were looking for. Lovely line drive by Suzuki past first base, as we see on the replay. Keane looking to go for that four-seamer fastball. It went in the right area for Suzuki. And a beautiful line drive past first to get a base hit right off the bat. And from one import to another, Ryosei Masato is next. 217 average, 5 hits this season. Has struck out 11 times. He has been prone to swing, but he's got himself into positions where he has landed himself in the hole straight away after 1 or 2 strikes. He gets one there from Isaac Keane. An 80-mile-an-hour fastball there. So Masato would want to get himself out of it and get a couple of hits, because that's where the Reds have struggled much of this season. But having said that, they are on the bottom of the ladder for runs allowed this season, as Masato fouls one behind home plate at top edge. They've only conceded 12 runs, I should say. They've only conceded 12 runs this season, the most as far as the least amount of runs they have allowed. 12 to 19 to Morley, 24 for the Braves. 0-2 the count. Masato in the hole after missing the first one and fouling the second. Runner on first, Suzuki. First and third base, just pushing a little deeper. Big swing, but a thick edge. Another foul. Masato playing his 8th game this season. And he's looking to send Suzuki to second. The blasting a beautiful line drive past first baseman off the first pitch for a base hit. Isiato almost got caught looking, and a pickoff nearly came in at the expense of Suzuki, but the throw was not in time. And for what it's worth, it's 1-2. Vic Park taking on Rockingham, both sides in contrasting form. Reds looking for 5 straight wins. Rockingham looking for their first win in a month. 2-1. Here's the count at the top of the first. Keane delivers. Suzuki leads off, but Masato swung for the fences, came up empty, and Keane gets his first strikeout of the night. He goes up to 41 for the season, as we see on the replay. He was going to go for it. A big four-seamer fastball with a little bit of extra height forced Masato to swing, and he's sent back to the dugout. That's one away. Jack Smallpage is next out. He's set to face the music courtesy of Isaac Keane. Suzuki still the runner on first. Fastball with some extra height, but seeing that one well. Smallpage thinking the better of it not to swing. 1-0 the count. 1 out. Suzuki the runner on first. Facing Isaac Keane, being the form pitcher for the Rams this season, with 41 strikeouts now in 25-26. In it comes. Again, just a little outside. And for the 2-0. Isaac Keane in his first season at the Rockingham Rams League side. This is his 7th game, 25-26. In comes the 2-0. Suzuki looking to lead off. Gets a faint edge behind home plate and a foul. That one came right off the bat as soon as Smallpage was going for that backswing. Lucky not to hit him in the hand, because that would have been an automatic walk. The case as Keane looks to pick off Suzuki at first. The throw not in time. Count remains 2-1. We're tied at 0-0 if you're just joining us at NSR Hire Ballpark here in Perth. Round 8, State Baseball League. The 2-1 pitch comes in. That one looked very, very close, but just to the inside. Bottom corner, ball 3. A walk will send Suzuki to second. He represents the go-ahead run for the Reds. Three and 1, Suzuki leads off, he lets it go, and it doesn't matter. That is ball 4, and he would have gone to second anyway. And subsequently, Small Page will get the walk to first. Now Ryan Boyer is next up. Boyer's strong hitting average 250, 6 hits and 5 singles, including 1 RBI and a run. He has struck out 6 times this season. Still 1 away. Runners on first and second. The Reds starting strong. Goes for the big swing, but gets an edge. Foul ball. Rod Drew, the Reds coach, giving Ryan Boyer some encouragement on the sideline near third base. Spoke on Perth radio this week about his side's chances. I'm talking about their intent up against a very attacking side. That is an automatic walk. That four-seam fastball got Boyer flush on the shoulder, and that will mean bases loaded as a result. So 2 walks at the top of the first. Not the ideal start for Rockingham, as we see on the replay. Whang! Flush on the left shoulder. But Boyer shakes that one off, and he'll go to first. Bases loaded now. This brings up Josh Greenham. We're seeing first and third base push a little deeper, looking for a ground ball miss hit. A triple play is the ideal option. Greenham facing Keane. This one's a high fly into the infield. Who wants it? They've got to communicate. They've got to call for it. No one wanted it. Well, dare I say it, Rockingham made an absolute meal of it. They needed to communicate. And unfortunately, no one did. But it won't matter. It's an infield rule out. You need to communicate if you make those plays, but lucky for the Rams, that's an infield fly out. Ben Warrington is next. With 2 away, bases still loaded. Warrington there, just letting that one go by outside the zone. One and 0. Oh, got him looking. Keane throwing that big 80-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball right down the middle for a strike. Ben Warrington. Warrington pulling himself out of the way there. 2 and 1. Rams would love to get this third relieving out. Stop this potential scoring drive for the Reds. That's been Park Belmont's area of weakness. They don't concede many runs, but they don't score many runs. They've only scored 19 throughout the season. The 2 and 1. That one's sinking low, almost kicking up some dirt. The outside bottom corner, 3 and 1. A walk here will send Suzuki home for the go-ahead run and give the Reds the lead. As bases are loaded. That's a foul, just edging behind home plate. Full count now, 3 and 2. Pressure's on both Keane and Warrington. Bases loaded. A fourth ball will send Suzuki home. In comes the pitch. Driven towards right field. Underneath it is the catcher there in Sakara, and that's a reliever for the Rams. Great diving catch by Jesse Sakara. That's 3 outs, and we're still tied at 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Here are the highlights of the top of the first. It all started with Kanta Suzuki off the first pitch with a beautiful line drive past first baseman to get himself a single. But then it never really got going apart from a couple of walks for Smallpage and Boyer, and they were able to get bases loaded. Greenham's infield fly, and of course the infield fly rule, without wishing to confuse you, of course that does declare a batter out on a fair fly ball that an infield can catch with an ordinary effort when there are runners on first and second base, or if there are bases loaded. In that case it was, and so that was ruled as an infield fly for Josh Greenham. And it looked as though when you saw on your screen no one would have wanted it. In the case of the Rockingham Rams, you could count your lucky stars with the infield fly rule in effect. A couple of pick-off attempts also went awry, as you can see there. The throws were good, but Suzuki, first base player, was able to get back to the plate in time. Came through a couple of good fastballs there. Very consistent. Pitches to strikes ratio for Keane at the start, 20-11. Which is not a bad start, all things considered. Again, on paper, what is a good Vic Park Belmont Red side, but don't score many runs. This was the infield fly. So when runners are on first and second under normal circumstances, or if there are bases loaded, an infield fly can be treated as a caught fly out. As we are back live for the bottom of the first. Leading things off for the Rams is Josh Diggins, and he takes a called strike from the starting pitcher, Andrew Hurlbrink, for the Vic Park Belmont Reds, the left-hander. And what's advantageous for Hurlbrink as a left-arm pitcher, he can open up the strike zone to the right-handers. 1-1. Got him looking there. This is a good start for Hurlbrink, forcing Diggins to have a little bit of a glaze at that one. The 1-2. Andrew Hurlbrink, 20 strikeouts so far this season. Floating drive out towards centre field, and Diggins will get things going for the Rams with a base hit. Straight down the middle. Got it in the right area. Diggins, like Suzuki at the top of the first, lead-off hitter, gets a single. This will bring up Yosuke Fuji, another one of the great Japanese imports, and he's taking their skills over to Australia. 214 hitting average, 6 hits this season. He has struck out 12 times, the most strikeouts this season, along with Stuart Sara for the Rams. In comes the pitch from Hurlbrink, thick edge, foul ball. First foul ball there, just going toward the Rams dugout. Fuji facing the 0-1 from Hurlbrink. We can open up that strike zone as a left-arm pitcher facing a right-hand batter with a runner on first. In comes the 0-1. Just to the outside. Even up the count, 1-1. None away, so the Rams are in a good position. And speaking to a couple of the Rockingham coaches, one big area of improvement is consistently getting runs on the board as a pick-off attempt comes in, but unsuccessful. Getting runs on the board, obviously a big area of improvement. They have allowed 42 runs this season compared to getting 36. A negative run difference of 6 and a percentage of only 300. That one's to the outside. 2-1. Hurlbrink with an ERA of 1.016. Delivers the 2-1, swing and a miss. Strike two. That one may not have been the best one for Fuji to swing. That one was going outside. And Hurlbrink strike the first blow. In it comes. Thick edge again. A foul. Two. Fly ball towards left field. That will go fair. And he'll net himself a single as well. So Diggins and Fuji getting some early hits at the top of the order with runners now on first and second. Here it is on the replay. This is a nice clean hit from Fuji over third baseman area into left field, falling fair. And the 2 opening hitters for the Rockingham Rams gotten off to a good start with a couple of singles, runners on first and second. In comes Tyler Hill, the first of the locals. Hill in great form, sharp eye at the plate this season, 364 average. That's a fly ball heading into foul territory. Oh, that's a great catch. That is a superb catch. Hill can't believe it. But a great catch by Smallpage going from first base. Here it is again. The fly ball into foul territory, mistimed by Hill. And Smallpage just getting to it in time before he went over the fence. Tremendous catch, and now we've got a left-hander versus left-hander battle. Vinny Tarantola. Tarantola also with a strong average this season, hitting at 320 with 8 hits this season. Sees that one well. Ball 1. Runner still on first and second. Diggins the go-ahead run. Fuji the second run. 1-0 the count for Tarantola. In comes the pitch. That one just going low. Two 2-0 the current count. And it comes. This time he's able to get one there, but by gee, that was inches from the zone, according to the home plate umpire. Brink might have been a little bit unlucky in this case because that was a good one. Tarantola saw that one well enough. 9 RBI for Tarantola this season in what is now his 10th game in 25-26. 3-0. This time, Brink gets one down the middle and gets a strike. Three and 1 the count. Tarantola drives that one toward left field, and he gets a single as well. So bases are loaded. Tarantola's pumped up. He raised the fist to the dugout. And bases are loaded. Nice line drive by Tarantola out toward left field. Timed it nicely. And he has got a single as well. Those early hits are real key. As we see Jax Williams. Can he send Diggins home and give the Rams the lead? He's facing Harrelbrink. Looks to blast that one over the ground. Draws no contact from that fastball. He gets a strike. That's a drop strike there. So that'll be 0-2. Still one away. Williams, he wouldn't want to have his average suffer as well. Strong hitting average of 286, 9 games played, 31st plate appearance this season, 7 singles and a double and a 4 RBI. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just what Harrelbrink needed just to release the pressure. And now it's up to Jesse Sakera, who took that great diving catch to win the top of the first Vic Park Belmont. Can Sakera send Diggins home? As he lets that one go by, almost kicking up some dirt at the plate. 1-0. Bases loaded, bottom of the first. In it comes. Ground ball out towards centre field, and this is going to send Diggins home. The Rams score. First blood to Rockingham here tonight. And bases remain loaded. Josh Diggins advancing home, 1-0 to Rockingham at the bottom of the first. Bases remain loaded. Stuart Sara is next. Stuart Sara facing Harcher. Rockingham scoring drive in full effect, 1-0. They've got 4 hits on the board already. Facing the 1-0 from Harcher. This time he gets it in the zone. Plenty of pace behind it. Even count at 1-1. This time going low. Foul, just the bottom edge. One and two. And Harcher want to get this third strike to relieve the Reds of the pressure that they're under at the moment. They've conceded the first run. In it comes. A little too low for Sara's liking. Bases loaded at the bottom of the first. Even count, 2-2 and 2 away. Two for the left-hander. This time it's down the middle and a relief for the Reds. But the Rockingham Rams, through their first run, scored off Diggins. It is Rockingham leading after 1-0 on Friday Night Lights here at NSR Hire Ballpark, live on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channels.
You know, my dad always said, you are what you repeatedly do. You don't have to have all the talent in the world to be a great athlete. It's all about the hustle. I've come so far. A baseball player works 365 days out of the year. It's not 170 games and then they're done. It's that grind you got inside of you to not want to fail.
What a beautiful sight. NSR Hire Ballpark under the lights on a Friday night. And we have got a very good contest in the early goings. 1-0 to the Rockingham Rams over the Vic Park Belmont Reds. The Rams looking to erase a slump that they're in at the moment. They're off the back of 3 straight losses. And the Reds, well, they're looking for 5 straight wins. In a great run of form. That's catapulted them into the 5. And at the moment, they've got their backs against the wall, trailing by that 1 run. That was scored off a beautiful drive by Sakera out to left field, and that saw Diggins home to score the first run of the night. Now for the Reds, it's time for them to throw in the quick response. Alex Aguilar will lead things off. Aguilar's had a difficult season at the plate thus far. Hitting average of under 100 this season as he faces the first pitch from Keane, as that one's down the middle for a strike. Has struck out 9 times this season as Alex Aguilar, and got caught looking that one, thinking it was going to just curve inside and miss the zone. But Keane was able to just sneak that one in. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Aguilar's now struck out 10 times in 25-26, and immediately Isaac Keane has dished out the first punch at the top of the second. And this will bring up Cody Vandergruff. His 3rd plate appearance for Vandergruff this season. Very sharp in the outfield too. Swing and a miss. Keen's putting plenty of zing on those fastballs tonight. He's going to be damaging on the mound, as he has been this season. 42 strikeouts he's got now this season, after entering the game with 40 in an ERA of just under 5. That one carried a little extra height, didn't dip. 1-1. One going well wide. Tried to overdo it there, Isaac Keane. Tried to go really quick. Top that 80-mile mark, but just overdid it. Two and one. Still one away. Vandergraaf facing. Keane just loosening himself up there. Getting himself back into the zone. 2-1 pitch, and Vandergraaf just had to turn out of the way there. We saw his teammate get hit in the shoulder by a brutal fastball, but Vandergraaf just able to pull himself out of the way. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Keane, after that wild pitch to the right side of the plate, was able to get one back in the middle. (3-2) with one away. Got him looking. Vandergraaf just shuffled forward there, and he's paid the price. Keane starting to get on a bit of a roll. That's 2 up, 2 down for the Reds. Can Cosgrove save a little bit of face for the Reds at this top half of the inning? Cosgrove too has had a bit of difficulty at the plate this season. Another hitting average of under 100. And he got caught looking on that first one too. Keane proving to be a difficult matchup for the Vic Park Belmont Reds. And it comes, got him swinging. A little bit higher that second pitch compared to that first one. Still carried plenty of speed. That four-seamer fastball is his main weapon. The 0-2. The pop fly into foul territory. Tarantola, can he get to it in time? It's heading to the dugout. And that one well out of reach. We'll repeat the 0-2 as Isaac Keane looks to be the destroyer. At this, the top of the second. He's had 2 strikeouts in this inning. He's looking to make it a perfect trio. Again, fouling behind home plate is Cosgrove. 43 strikeouts for Isaac Keane now. 3 in this game, 33 for 21 on the pitches to strikes ratio. A repeat 0-2. And again, popping that one into foul territory. In fact, that one's right out of there. See you later. Be the 0-2 once more. And steps in to deliver. Again, fouling behind home plate. He's looking for that one that's in the right area to try and swing and strike it over the infield and go towards centre. That intent has become clear. They're wanting to try an all-out attacking play when their attackers lacked firepower and consistency as well. It's been their pitching defence that has kept them in games. That one going low this time, and Cosgrove saw it well. One and two, infield very well spread. They have left a big gap between second and shortstop. Cosgrove hits into that area. Will definitely mean a single. You wouldn't want to take on extra bases against a strong Rockingham Rams outfield. Lucky Keane not to be called for a balk there. That has also allowed Cosgrove some time to loosen up a little more. In it comes. That one grounded into foul territory, into his team's dugout. Cosgrove now with a 1 and 2. Facing the music in the form of Isaac Keane. Again, both just pulling out at the last moment. These moments of hesitation proving a little frustrating on the part of both sides. They're eager to get on with business. In it comes. And the wait was well worth it, was it? It's another foul. We repeat the 1 and 2. Some repeat fouls behind home plate, and one out to first base and toward third baseline as well. In it comes. And he's got him. The pressure got to Cosgrove in the end. And Keane, the destroyer. He's got 3 strikeouts in this innings, 4 for the night. And as we head to the bottom of the second, it is Rockingham leading 1-0.
My name's Greg Elliott. I'm the president of the Wanneroo Giants Baseball Club. I've been around the club for 30-something years now. I've been the president for 5 years and involved in the committee, I guess, for 15 years. The Wanneroo Giants have had quite a long relationship with Harcher now, through the general manager of Harcher being a part of the baseball club. We've set up quite a good relationship in regards to buying all our products for our canteen and our cleaning products over a number of years now. Harcher are a major sponsor of the baseball club. They help us out in regards to everything we order with our sponsorship. Sponsorship to any sporting club is a major part of a club, and Harcher being a major sponsor for us really helps us in the community. Harcher makes our lives a lot easier, not having to chase around products through the supermarkets. It's all delivered on time and we get exactly what we order when we need it. I'd recommend Harcher to any sporting or community club. As a company, they help us out with everything we need. Everything is here on time and we get exactly what we order.
Bottom of the second here at NSR Hire Park. And it is the Rams looking to extend their current advantage. It is 1-0 that they have got over the Vic Park Belmont Reds, round 8 of this competition. As getting things started, Harrelbrink throws a ball and a strike to the leadoff hitter for the Rockingham Rams in this innings, Sam Shepherd. Sam Shepherd is the Rams' designated hitter tonight. And he's looking to create an impact in the early goings. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Compare Keane's pitching to strike ratio to Harrelbrink's 29-18 for that previous pitch, but he started off with a 2 and 2. That one was right to the feet of Shepherd, very low, and a 3 and 2. Goes with a big swing, but fouls out of the park. We'll repeat the 3 and 2. Field defensive lineups remain unchanged at the moment, and as Shepherd grounds that one to shortstop, the throw to first makes the play. That's one. Great throw there by Warrington at shortstop. And Small Page makes the play. Shepherd falling short at first. It's one down for the Rockingham Rams. That's been one of the strongest areas of the Reds game. Pitching defence and their ground fielding has looked very sharp all season thus far. Jacques Langford starts off with a called strike. Goes for the swing, but fouls into the Rams dugout. Again, another swing and another foul. Repeat 0 and 2. Again, Langford just seeing that one nicely. We've seen a couple of good ones. Unlucky to get a couple of fouls into the Rams dugout. Good swing. Up against Hurlbrink, it's been a difficult task. He fouls that one again out of the park. A couple of fouls and a couple of loose swings too. Hurlbrink has held his own, especially up against the right-handers where he can open up the strike zone. Angle those fastballs from left to right. And it comes, the 1 and 2, and he gets him again. A great advantage for the left-arm pitcher, especially to the right-handers. As stated earlier, opens up that strike zone a little bit and leaves the right-handed batters exposed. Hurlbrink now with his 3rd strikeout of the night. That takes him to 23. As we go back to the top of the order, Diggins for his 2nd at-bat. And he got a single in his 1st. And was the first runner home for the Rams this evening. As he gets caught looking on that 2nd pitch, evens up the count 1 and 1. Can he repeat his 1st innings feat? Against Hurlbrink, the left-arm pitcher, it's a real big challenge. 2 and 1. Good approach there by Diggins to just pull himself out of the batter's box there, because that pitch was in line with Diggins' foot. Diggins with a ground ball towards 2nd base. Easy throw for Boyer to Small Page. That's 3 up, 3 down. So the Reds get one back on Diggins, who scored the 1st run. We've completed 2. It's the Rams still holding a 1-0 lead. Welcome back to NSR Hire Ballpark here in the West. Round 8 of the State Baseball League in full swing. It is Rockingham leading 1-0. The Vic Park Belmont Reds, for their next at-bat, go to the top of the order once more. And Kansas Suzuki will be stepping up for his second at-bat. Got a single in his first at-bat off the first pitch from Isaac King, no less, with a beautiful line drive past first base. And he's looking to repeat that and get a scoring drive going for Vic Park. Only scored 19 runs so far this season. We talked about how their pitching defense has kept them in games. Well, they've really got to amp up their attack at the plate. Second lowest, or third lowest, I should say. Third lowest amount of runs scored, along with Swan Districts and South Perth this season. Here's Suzuki, the second at-bat facing King, who has been damaging on the mound so far tonight. He starts one off with a wide fastball outside the zone, ball one. One and 0. And it comes. Plenty of zing, but a little too low. Ball two. The 2-0. Keen up against Suzuki. Looks to go big, but fouls out of the park. Suzuki grants this one towards third, but that's a foul. Two-two will be the count for Kanta Suzuki. One of the highly touted imports in the Vic Park Belmont Reds side this season. Coming into this game, hitting average of 227. Fifth single he scored off that first pitch of the game. Was certainly up in his average after tonight's game, and that's a foul right into the Rams dugout. So we'll repeat the 2-2. King looking to respond after getting a single hit on him by Suzuki in the first at-bat. Changes that up, and a great response by Keane. He delivers the counter. Suzuki sent packing. And as we see on the replay, Keane was desperate to get him back. Right down the middle, forced a swing out of Suzuki. And Keane quietly elated about that one. One down for the Reds. This will bring up Mazzato. Mazzato struck out in his first at-bat tonight. Swings big, but got an edge. That strikeout on Suzuki was Keane's fifth of the night. If he gets a couple more, he could end up with 50 strikeouts at the end of this game. He's been the form pitcher for the Rams this season in his sixth start. Ground ball out towards second. It's gathered by Langford and makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. We talk about the Reds' ground fielding looking sharp. The Rams also. Their fielding defense showing good discipline. Langford at second base, making the throw to Tarantola to seal the play. Small Page is next, got to walk. In his first at-bat. After being hit on the left shoulder by a brutal pitch from Keane. That one's wide. Ball one. 1-0 pitch. Plenty of hang time on that foul ball as it goes right out of there. I'll tell you about some of the other games that are coming up in week 8 a little bit later on. And also, you joined us on Wednesday night for the last of the preliminary games live in the Women's Elite Series down here at NSR Hire Ballpark. Well, no doubt if you were seeing our broadcast, your nails would have been bitten down to the quick. I'll tell you about that later on. Keane looking to do some more damage on the mound. That's grounded towards third. Well taken on the half volley by Fuji. The throw to first. Sharp fielding by the Rams. They have held out the Reds once more from any score. And the Rams, as we head to the bottom of the third, lead 1-0.
You know, my dad always said, you are what you repeatedly do. You don't have to have all the talent in the world to be a great athlete. It's all about the hustle. I've come so far. A baseball player works 365 days out of the year. It's not 170 games and then they're done. It's that grind you got inside of you to not want to fail. You know, my dad always said, you are what you repeatedly do. You don't have to have all the talent in the world to be a great athlete. It's all about the hustle. I've come so far. A baseball player works 365 days out of the year. It's not 170 games and then they're done. It's that grind you got inside of you to not want to fail.
Welcome back to NSR Hire Park. We are at the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 to the Rams, and Harcher is facing his next batter from the Rockingham Rams in Fuji. His next at-bat, swung at that one with a strike. He also got a ball on his first pitch. Strike one, swinging at the second. Fuji got a single in his first at-bat to begin the Rams' drive early in the game and give Rockingham a 1-0 lead. And they got some early productivity at the top of the order. 3 of their first 4 batters getting singles. Fuji leading it off. Can he repeat what he did in that first at-bat? Swings and misses for a second strike. 2-2 with no runners on base. Swing and a miss. Harcher inflicts the first blow. Fuji unable to repeat his first at-bat efforts. He struck out. And this will bring up Tyler Hill. He went out with a pop fly at his first at-bat. He's looking to make amends. Tyler Hill. That one's right in there from Harcher, making the most of that advantage that he has got. Left arm pitcher against right hand batter. That one not getting the desired curve. 1-1. Check swing there from Hill, but lucky not to be pinged for it. 2-1. Of course, last Wednesday, if you joined us for Game 11, the Women's Elite Series. It was tense. I'm sure the nails were bitten down to the quick. Corrine and Wanneroo tied at 2-2 as that pitch wriggles out of the catcher's glove. Ball 3. Corrine and Wanneroo played a thrilling tie. It was the Giants' second consecutive tie, which allowed Corrine to keep second place and get the advantage when the two sides meet again in a semi-final to decide who will play the Braves in the Women's Elite Series Grand Final. That's on December 10 as Hill, check swing, takes a strike. The Braves finishing up the preliminary round unbeaten and with a 15-0 win over the Kalamunda Rangers on Wednesday night in the second game here at NSR High Ballpark on that Wednesday night. Hill, check swing, but that one's outside the zone. Hill walk to first. So Hill will occupy himself at first, and the left-hander, Vinny Tarantola, the playing coach of the Rams, steps up. And as you might have seen on the Baseball WA Facebook pages, it was Elodie O'Sullivan of the Corrine Cats that was voted the game's MVP. What a performance she put on the field. And also at the plate too. Made a huge difference for Corrine on Wednesday night to keep themselves in the game against a very strong Wanneroo side. Reigning champions, but now they're going to have to try and make it back-to-back the hard way, having to meet the Cats again, who they have lost to before this season. Fly ball out towards right field. Van der Graaf, can he get to it? He does. Hill opting not to tag up, and a double! The Reds, their strong fielding defence is keeping them in touch. They still trail 1-0 as we head into the fourth.
We don't have any dirt train. We actually go.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love.
Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Welcome back to NSR High Ballpark. We have got a great contest here tonight as we head to the top of the fourth. Rockingham and Vic Park, they have really been dominant in both the fielding and their overall pitching tonight. The pitching led by Keane and Hurlbrink for the respective sides. But it was Josh Diggins who got that go-ahead run for the Rams, and they've been able to maintain it since. It's a 1-0 advantage if you're just joining us for the first time. That last play was absolutely magnificent. Tarantola with a fly out towards right field. It was caught by Van der Graaf, and then a brilliant throw towards Smallpage at first to inflict the double play. A magnificent throw by Van der Graaf to execute the double play. Smallpage sealing the deal. And that prevented any further drive from the Rams at the bottom of the third. Now it's up to the Reds to back it up at the plate, and that's what they have struggled in this season. Leading things off, Ryan Boyer, who got a walk in his first at-bat. Boyer, even on the median line of the hitting average, 250. 6 hits and 5 singles, including 1 RBI and a run this season. He's facing the music in the form of Isaac Keane, who has been brilliant on the mound tonight. Very quick, but seeing it well there. Was Boyer past the plate, ball 1. Swing and a miss. Boyer had it in the right area. Did not get any contact. Boy's looking to get that right pitch, to go for that swing and draw some contact and try and smash this one towards centre field. He can hit him big. Just got to look for the right one. In it comes. He's got it. Ground ball to third. Fuji makes the throw and it's good. Great groundwork there by Fuji to make the throw to Tarantola. And that is one down for the Vic Park Belmont Reds, and this will bring up Josh Greenham. Josh Greenham out via an infield fly at his last at-bat. Need to draw some productivity out of their batting lineup tonight. Can Greenham break the lock? Ground ball towards second. Langford makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. An easy play to make there. Langford throwing to first Tarantola. And Greenham was a long way out. He knows it. He's not too pleased with himself. Looking at the Vic Park Belmont Reds side, their second at-bat, 4 out of their 5 in their batting order has had a ground out. Ben Warrington's next. And that wild pitch goes past the catcher. It was outside the zone in any case. Ball 1. The ground outs 4 of the last 5 at-bats for the Vic Park Belmont Reds. Not a good sign. Still a long way to go in this game. As you may have seen if you were down there at the ballpark on Sunday, Kanta Suzuki hit that big 3-run homer to not only give the go-ahead runs for the Reds, but to win them the game against Gosnell's 4-3 and 7. So stranger things have happened in baseball, but at the moment Rockingham, via that 1 run, the way they're pitching and their ground fielding has looked tonight, they've got a bit of a stranglehold on the Reds so far. As they did play in a 1-0 game earlier this season. It's looking to be a repeat of it. Ground ball straight down the middle. And Warrington breaks the duck for the Reds, a vital base hit. Only the second one for the entire game. Suzuki got a base hit off the first pitch of the game, and they've had to wait a long time, but Warrington timed that one brilliantly, looked for the right pitch, ground ball straight down the middle. And he has occupied himself at first. Now it's up to the rest of the order to follow up Warrington's effort. He is representing the tying run. Problem is, they've got 2 outs in the shed. Aguilar, who struck out in his last at-bat, determined not to repeat it. In comes the pitch. Aguilar goes big, but fouls. That last game these two sides played, October 19, that was a 1-0 win to the Reds. And at the moment, tables are reversed. 1-0 to the Rams, but still a long way to go. 0-1. Williard, the designated hitter. That one's grounded toward the third base dugout of the Reds, but a fat. Keane hasn't been as consistent this inning. The ratio was blown out to 61 to 41. We want to get this strike just to restore some confidence in himself. Especially with the runner on first. And the Reds desperate to resume their drive. Plenty of pace on that one. Dare I say it, exceeding over 80 miles an hour. Your guess is as good as mine. That one wide. One and two. That one well inside. Williar saw that well. For an even count. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner still on first there, Warrington. Warrington getting a good lead off. Keane delivers. It's a fly ball deep to right field. Sequeira makes the catch. That's the third out. Runner stranded on first. And the Rams, they hold on to their 1-0 advantage as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
Good Sports provides a great deal of assistance to all associations.
We're extremely lucky that we've got an organisation like Good Sports that provide us with the education to implement the right policies.
The guidelines and resources that are available to us free of charge on the website are fantastic. Easy to navigate, amazing to use, an excellent source of information for our members and our volunteers.
Good Sports has been great because they've been able to provide us a guideline to follow, and it's been a lot easier rather than setting something up from scratch. We've also been able to promote our club and get new members in and sponsors, and to know that we're doing the best we can for the community.
The legal requirements to operate a sporting association are many and varied. Good Sports provides simple, straightforward procedures to ensure that we comply with those obligations.
Welcome back to NSR Hire Ballpark. We're at the bottom of the fourth. It's the Rams leading 1-0 over the Vic Park Belmont Reds. If you're just joining us for the first time on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube live streams, is leading things off for the Rams. It is Shepherd as he blasts one over left field, but a foul. If that was on the other side of the foul pole, that would have been a huge home run to give the Rams a bit of breathing space. Jax Williams, I should say. Jax Williams again looks to go big, but struck out swinging. So immediately, Hurlbrink inflicts another blow on the Rams, who are desperate to extend this advantage and give themselves some breathing space. Here's Jesse Sequeira, who made the last play of the top of the fourth. Beautiful catch at right field. Swing and a miss, but that one outside the zone. Well, no swing and a miss. 1-0. 2-0 now. A couple of loose ones there from Hurlbrink. Offline to foul territory. Two and one the count. Sequeira, an RBI in his last at-bat, batted in that first run for the Rams, allowing Diggins to advance from third to home. Right now he's having a bit of a tougher second at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's in the hole. Ooh, that one was close. I think the home plate umpire had to have a real close look at that one. We've now got a 3-2. No runners on base, still one away. Hurlbrink just taking his time. Sequeira 1 for 1 tonight. To make it 2 from 2. He's a very good hitter. He gets it in the right area. He does get it in the right area. It's a ground ball towards shortstop. Warrington makes the throw to first, but not in time. It fell short. The small page at first. And Sequeira gets another hit. He's safe at first, as we see on the replay. So ground ball straight into the gloves of Warrington, but the throw just falling short to Smallpage at first. And that has allowed Sequeira to collect another base hit. So that's 2 for 2 for Sequeira in this game. Stuart Sara is next out. Swing and a miss. Oh and 1. Right down the middle, and it got Sara looking. 0 and 2. And a runner on first. He's got him. Got him swinging, did Harrelbrink. And Harrelbrink has another strikeout to the column. And that's 2 down now. Runner still on first. And this will bring up the Rams' designated hitter in Sam Shepherd. Harrelbrink now up to 6 strikeouts. He's now up to 26 for the season. Inside corner, Shepherd saw it well. 1-0. One-0 pitch. Shepherd not having a bar of that second one either. The 2-0 pitch. Ground ball goes past shortstop. And that will advance the Kehrer to second. And Sara will collect the base hit for himself as well. So again, the Rams starting to get some productivity from their batting lineup, and it's come at a very good time when the game is just lulled a little bit. When both sides' pitching defense has kept them alive. But now Sara and Shepherd have both collected base hits. It's now up to Langford to keep that run going. Got a ground out in his last at-bat. Ball 1. Langford caught looking on that second. Even count 1-1. Harrelbrink now just getting back into the groove. High one to the outside. The 2-1 pitch. Langford, the second baseman for the Rams. Almost caught looking. A pick-off attempt comes in, but safe. Shepherd can count his lucky stars there. He was a long way away from the plate. As you can see on the replay, also second baseman getting a lead off there. And he really had to go for the big dive, did Shepherd, to save himself from getting picked off. 3-1. Langford facing Harrelbrink. Harrelbrink getting the desired curve to get that one into the zone. We got a full count. Harrelbrink desperate to get this strikeout, and the Reds looking to relief. Relieving third out is a must. And the Rams, they've got runners on first and second. In it comes. It's a fly ball into foul territory, and we'll do it again. It all could hinge on this play and where the game could head. We said pre-game that it could either be a dominant Rockingham Rams batting performance, or the Vic Park Belmont Reds could have something up their sleeve towards the end of the game where their pitching defense has kept them alive in it. But they've got to rely on their batting lineup that's just lacked the firepower. In it comes. Got him looking. Just what they were looking for, the Reds. That's the third relieving out. Living runner stranded on first and second. After 4, it is a Rockingham Rams 1-0 lead. But the Reds, they can thank their current pitcher in Andrew Harrelbrink for keeping them alive in this game. It's 1-0 as we head to 5.
My name's Derek Bird and I'm the Group General Manager for Harcher. Baseball WA and Harcher, that relationship began with myself being a baseballer and being very much a club person. My kids are club people, and they were just relationships that have been fostered over the last decade or so, and the opportunity arose to get involved with Baseball WA at a higher level, and we're using that as a vehicle to work back into the community through Clubland. So sponsorship is important to Harcher because of the staff we employ and the roles that they play in their own communities. We feel that this is a way that we can connect back with not only our staff but with our customers. Volunteer sports are generally run on the breadline, and they need support and they need some additional resource for them to be viable and for them to be successful, and we feel that we can play that role not only from a sponsorship point of view but also a supply of product point of view. The sporting club route is a really beneficial route for our business because we can touch so many parts of the role that they play. Most of their revenue is generated through the canteen and the bar and the kitchen. These sporting clubs are volunteer organisations. They need a little bit of help and we can provide that.
Top of the fifth in this round 8 encounter between Vic Park Belmont Reds and Rockingham Rams, and it's a 1-0 lead to the Rams. That scoreline could have been more beneficial for the Rams if they were able to get those runners on base to score, because they were looking the goods, getting some productivity toward the middle of the order. But Andrew Hurlbrink of the Vic Park Belmont Reds has been damaging on the mound like his counterpart Isaac Keane. He has kept them alive and has held that deficit at 1-0 as Van der Graaf has got 2 strikes next to his name. Strike 2 swinging. Isaac Keane just lost a bit of his way there with his last stint on the mound. He'll look to get back into the groove. Van der Graaf struck out in his last at-bat. Wouldn't want to repeat it, but he's got himself into the hole. The 0-2. He fouls right out of the park. Infielders remained unchanged for the Rams as well. In it comes, and Van der Graaf caught looking. And Keane has done it to Van der Graaf again. That's 1 away. Josh Cosgrove. Who also struck out at his first at-bat this evening. What can he conjure up? Keane really proving to be hard to play from a Vic Park Belmont Reds point of view. That 4-seam fastball is a lethal weapon. Got him looking on that second. It's a 1-1 count. Cosgrove seeing that one well. Ball 2. Himself out of the hole for the time being. Cosgrove now wants to find the right pitch to swing at. Got to find one sooner rather than later against a lethal pitcher like Keane. It's been nothing short of damaging tonight. 3-1. He's only had to walk 2 batters this evening. He wouldn't want a third. It's a 3-1 count. And that'll be the 3rd walk he's had to allow. So Cosgrove will occupy himself at first, and it's back to the top of the order for the Reds. And it's Suzuki. Suzuki, a bit of a mixed bag so far. Singled his first at-bat of the first pitch of the game, but then struck out in his second. What can Suzuki conjure up? Cosgrove represents the tying run, but Suzuki in two minds on that first one. As I said before, Keane is a hard pitcher to play against. That fast ball, I said it before and I'll say it again, is a lethal weapon in his trick bag. 0-1. And it comes. Suzuki gets a ground ball towards third. They're looking at a double play. That's one. And that's two. Just brilliant by the Rams. A double play. That is on the 6-4-3 and has shut the Vic Park Belmont Reds out of another drive.
You know, my dad always said, you are what you repeatedly do. You don't have to have all the talent in the world to be a great athlete. It's all about the hustle. I've come so far. A baseball player works 365 days out of the year. It's not 170 games and then they're done. It's that grind you got inside of you to not want to fail.
Welcome back to NSR Higher Park. We're at the bottom of the fifth, and it's the Reds trailing the Rockingham Rams 1-0. What about that double play? That last play at the top of the fifth. Played to perfection by the Rockingham Rams. Caught Cosgrove short when he was going to second, and they followed it up by stranding Suzuki. And we talked about the Vic Park Belmont Reds fielding looking sharp. Well, the Rams, they at the moment have it beat because of that 1-0 lead that they had at the first innings. And they've been able to keep it locked in thanks to some strong pitching defence and their fielding, especially from their prime infielders, Fuji, Diggins, and Langford. They've looked so sharp, they have rarely made a mistake. And if it keeps on going, they could stop this slump that they're currently in. 3 straight losses. We're back at the top of the order for the Rams as well. Josh Diggins, single on his first at-bat, ground out of his second. What can he do on this third? Sees that first one well, ball one. One just to the outside. Diggins 1 for 2 so far tonight, as we stated. Foul there, got a very thin edge behind home plate. One and two. Staying low. Even count at 2-2. Hot fly into the stands and a foul. Man, there was eager to try and scoop that one up as a souvenir, but that one is just out of his reach. Repeat the 2-2 once more. Hurlbrink, what can he do? Fly ball out towards right field. It's going to fall short of Vandergraaf, and this will bring up a single for Josh Diggins. He's 2 for 3 in this game tonight. Good eye at the plate, Josh Diggins, in tonight's encounter. And now it's up to the rest of the batting lineup to back up his efforts. Fuji's next. Aiming for the bunt. It's in line toward third base. Fielder's choice toward first. And the throw is good from Suzuki out to Small Page at first. But that has allowed Diggins to advance to second. So the sacrifice bunt paying off to its desired effect. And advancing Diggins to second. And there you see Rod Drew, the coach of the Vic Park Belmont Reds, calling time, having a chat with Harrelbrook. And sensing the problem in this game. The Rams are just starting to amplify their attack at the moment. They've got a runner on second who's looking to extend the current Rams advantage. And they're going to persist with Andrew Harrelbrink as their pitcher on the mound, maybe for one more innings at least. He was getting the signal there that it might be one more. And I'm sensing we might see a change very soon. Tyler Hill is at the plate next. One away, runner on second. Got Hill looking, that one's down the middle, strike one. On one the count. In comes the pitch. One to the outside corner. 1-1, one away. Rams also getting the better in the hit count as well, 6-2. And again, Mazzardo calling time. What tactics are they going to implement now? Harrelbrink just having a giggle about that. I think he spotted the cameras there, having a bit of a grin as well. He's having a good game, Harrelbrink, but obviously wants to keep his control of the game intact. Wants to keep the Reds alive. It's only a 1-0 deficit. But the Rams, they've got a good attack. Pick-off attempt comes in, but that one might have ricocheted off Dickinson's back. But the umpire there seeing that play and will let that one go. Hill just loosening himself up here. It's a 1-1 count, one away. Got a runner on second. That's Diggins representing the Rams' second run, looking to increase their advantage. Hill swings big, but comes up empty. Strike two. Harrelbrink would certainly love to get Hill out once again. Try and put the Rams in a tough position. In it comes. It's a pop fly out to foul territory. Can Van der Graaf get to it in time? No, he cannot, unfortunately. That's into the bullpen, and we'll repeat the 1 and 2. The 1-2. Hill would want to send Diggins home. Ideally, if he can get a good one. Not seeing that one as a possibility. That one well wide. Two 2-2 count. Hill with a strong average heading into this game. 364, 5 singles and 2 doubles, including a 3 RBI. Hasn't had his best game tonight at the plate. It has been tough for both sides to try and get some scoring thread after that first run earlier in the game. 3-2 now. Another wide, high fastball. Double play is possible. We've seen a couple of them tonight. Testament to both sides' strong defensive fielding. In it comes. That one's low. And Hill knew it. He's walking to first. So now there are runners on first and second, and the pressure is amplified on the Reds. Rockingham, they're sensing that a chance to increase their advantage is possible. Here's Vincent Tarantola, who's a very strong hitter. Hasn't had a lot of opportunity tonight. He did fly out in his last at-bat, did get a single in his first. 1 for 2 tonight. Can he send Diggins home? He's going to need to have a powerful hit. He's got to find the right pitch. Hurlbrink does well to keep that one inside the zone and get Tarantola in 2 minds. Time being called after that first strike. The tactics implemented for Tarantola this time. Push second baseman back further. That being Warrington. Now sensing too at this time in the game is critical. It's a 1-0 deficit with 2 runners on base. Worst case scenario, it could blow out to 4-0, and that'll be the best case scenario for the Rams. Think about it, they've only got 1 out in the shed. In it comes. Tarantola grounds this one towards second. That's 1 out. Could we see another double play? Yes! It's a double play bonanza here tonight. Vic Parker still alive after 5. It's 1-0 Rockingham. Top of the 6th here at NSR Hire Ballpark in the West. Round 8 encounter. Vic Park, Belmont Reds and Rockingham Rams. This one you can bet is going down to the wire. The Rams, they lead this one 1-0. They've had heaps of chances to increase the advantage, but the Reds' sharp fielding defense has kept them in it. But having said that, the Rams, they too have looked sharp in their ground fielding. Their defensive lineup looking very polished tonight. And they fired off a couple of double plays themselves. And as I said in the call at that last play, it's a double play bonanza in this round 8 encounter. And we're going to see Ryosei Mazzardo lead it off for the Reds. And facing the music in the form of Isaac Keane. 6 strikeouts and 5 completed innings. He has been a bit erratic in the last inning or two. Hasn't had a strikeout since the early part of this game. But now it's his time to step up and prevent Vic Park from tying this game up. That's the way you want to start. 4-seamer fastball right down the middle. Strike 1 to start. If The 0-1. Mazzardo already in the hole. Ground ball, but that's a foul. King loosening himself up. The 0-2 about to be delivered. All bases empty. Thinking about a Mazzardo. 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out in his first at-bat, then had a ground out in his second. That one's high. King would want to get 2 strikeouts on Mazzardo to keep the pressure on. Oh, that one was close. Oh, that one was close. 2-2. Mazzardo seeing those ones quite well. Mazzardo now facing the 2-2 from Keane. In it comes. Ground ball out toward third baseline, another foul.
Especially someone I know like that. 20 minutes. Small ball.
And for the Rams, well, after tonight, they'll have a 9-day break before they tackle the Wanneroo Giants at home in a double on the 30th of November. A timely break too, because they've had a couple of tough doubles against the Eagles and the Braves. I'll tell you about Vic Park's fixture in just a moment, as that one is thrown low. So the Rams, they'll have a 9-day break. And for the Vic Park Belmont Reds, no such. They'll have to go at it again on Sunday at home against Perth. And they have got 4 games in 9 days. The 3-2. Well, that one's high. Almost hit his hand, but he escaped that one. And he'll walk to first. Now this will bring up Smallpage. So 4 games in 9 days for the Reds, including tonight. They've got Perth on Sunday. We'll see them again next Friday against Swan Districts. That also at 7 o'clock, live on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channels. And then they've got South Perth on the road on the 30th. So a huge 9 days for the Vic Park Belmont Reds if they want to continue their current run that they're on, looking for 5 wins in a row. They've got to erase this current deficit. 1-0 the count. Inside corner, Smallpage saw it well. Ball 2. Smallpage grounds this one towards third base. They're looking for a double play. Can they execute it again? It's close. Oh, it's safe at first. Tarantola can't believe it. Smallpage advances to first, but Mazzardo caught short at second. So that's 1 out in the shed. That was Diggins, or Fuji, I should say, down at third, the fielder's choice. It went to Diggins at second. That was 1. Maybe that's not the worst outcome for Rockingham. They've kept the runner on first, as Boyer is the next one to face. He has that one outside the zone, 1-0. So they may have missed the double play chance, but they still have that runner on first. None of them advanced to second, so it's not the worst outcome. But there's still 2 outs to be made. The Reds still have a bit of leeway. Not with that fastball from Keane. That was brilliant. Isaac Keane. Trying to continue from that strike. He wants to get a couple more to ease the pressure because he's been a bit up and down and a bit all around in these last couple of innings. In it comes. That is a drop strike. For the 1 and 2. Still one out. Boy's found himself in the hole again. That's a foul. Bottom edge. We'll repeat the 1 and 2. Boyer fouls that one to third baseline. With every pitch comes more pressure. Both Keane and also Boyer in this little battle. One and 2. Grounded toward third. Well taken. That's one. Can they get it this time? Yes! Another well-executed double play by Rockingham. That again has stranded the Reds out of any chance of a score. It's 1-0 Rockingham.
Good Sports provides a great deal of assistance to all associations.
We're extremely lucky that we've got an organisation like Good Sports that provide us with the education to implement the right policies.
The guidelines and resources that are available to us free of charge on the website are fantastic. Easy to navigate, amazing to use, an excellent source of information for our members and our volunteers.
Good Sports has been great because they've been able to provide us a guideline to follow, and it's been a lot easier rather than setting something up from scratch. We've also been able to promote our club and get new members in and sponsors, and to know that we're doing the best we can for the community.
The legal requirements to operate a sporting association are many and varied. Good Sports provides simple, straightforward procedures to ensure that we comply with those obligations.
Bottom of the 6th here at NSR Hire Ballpark. And it is remaining 1-0 to Rockingham. It was a double play bonanza, I stated before, and it has again. As leading things off for the Rams is Williams. And a pitching change has been made. So, done for the night is Andrew Hurlbrink. It's Callum Hurlbrink that is next on the mound for the Reds. Starting off with a couple of loose ones there. Callum Hurlbrink, only in his 4th game this season. This time down the middle. Strike one. Hurlbrink, 3 strikeouts. Only his 5th innings pitched this season. 2-1. Williams looks to go big but fouls. Two the count. Williams 0 for 2. In it comes. Williams grounds this one towards shortstop. Fumble from Warrington. That's an error. That's allowed Williams to advance to first. And Williams gets to first off the back of that error from Warrington. That's one that they could do without because their ground fielding has been very sharp. No real problems. That Warrington fumble, they could have had that back. That's allowed Sakara to step up to the plate. 1 for 2 tonight. Pressure's back on the Reds. That one's popped towards right field. Van der Graaf playing it safe and letting the runners advance. So again, the Rams, they get plenty of productivity. And apart from that one run, they haven't had much reward. So runners are now on first and second. The Rams, every chance now to increase their current advantage. Stuart Sara. He's had a tough night as well. Struck out in his both at-bat attempts. The infielders are pushing in, looking for a miss hit. They need a pick off at third. It's close. But safe. Great steal there from Williams, making the big slide to get from second to third. Vic Park Belmont Reds attempting a risky play, getting the infielders pushing deep right as the ball was released, but it did not come off. Williams could see the Rams leading 2-0. The 1-0 count. Harrelbrink delivers. That one's low. 2-0 the count. Two and 0. Pick-off attempt unsuccessful. Will the infielders at first and third base pushing again? Unlikely now. And this time, Harrelbrink gets it into the zone. Strike one. Two and one. One again high. So if Sara gets a walk, Sakara will advance to second. Williams will have to stay on third. Only if its bases loaded can the runner on third off a walk advance and score a run. 3-1 the count. Again, Harrelbrink relying on the pick-off at first, but not to be this time. Again wide. That's ball 4. Mansara will walk to first. Sakara advances to second. Bases loaded. Now all the infielders pushing deep, because Sam Shepherd is next. He's the designated hitter. No outs in the shed. Rockingham have got bases loaded. This is a huge opportunity. High ball. Shepherd gets a walk. Williams will advance to home, and the Rams lead 2-0.
Well, none of
He got him looking. Strike one. Looking again. Harcher now in the zone. 1 and 2. Ground ball out to third, foul. Repeat the 1 and 2. Shepherd facing the repeated 1 and 2. Harcher would love a strikeout. Doesn't get it. Almost slipping out of Maizado's hands. Two. It's another wide one. So if there's a ball 4, the bases will rotate and Williams will advance home and will give the Rams a 2-0 lead. The 3-2 pitch. Big hit towards right field. Van der Graaf needs to get to it, and he does. Williams is going to tag up. A long throw towards home plate. Williams scores 2-0 to Rockingham. Now Williams knew he was going to tag up despite that first fly out. And the sacrifice fly pays off. First base is vacant. Runners will remain on second and third, but Williams, he scores. And it's a 2-0 lead to Rockingham. It's the breathing space they were looking for, and this brings up Jacques Langford. With runners on first and third. In comes the pitch, a high ball. One and 0. That one looked pretty close, but maybe a little too high. 2-0. Got him looking this time. Langford seeing one inside the zone, had a glance at it. In comes the pitch. That's sinking low. 3-1. Now again, as was the case a couple of plays ago, if this is a ball 4, since bases aren't loaded, Sekera can't advance home. 3-1 count. And that will be ball 4, and bases are loaded again. One senses the game might be slipping away from the Reds. And now back to the top of the order. Josh Dickens, he's had a pretty good night. Did ground out at his second at-bat, but in his first and third, got a single. And was able to get a run on the board in his first at-bat to give the Rams the early advantage. That was pretty loose there, ball 1. 1-0 count, still one in the shed. Low ball there with bases loaded. Not the ideal scenario. Double plays your next best option. That one was close, didn't sink low enough. So ball three consecutive balls now for Diggins. If he gets ball 4, it'll be Sakara that will advance home. And it'll be a 3-0 lead for Rockingham. In comes the 3-0. Sakara will have to wait. There's that fast ball from Hurlbrink. It's a called strike. Swing and a miss. Diggins thought he'd have a go at it. Didn't get any contact. The 3-2, he's got him. That's a big relief for Hurlbrink. Diggins cannot believe it. But the home plate umpire was right there on the spot. And Diggins has struck out for the first time tonight. And now Fuji, the left-hander, one of the highly touted imports. They need this third out quickly, the Reds, to give themselves at least a chance to get back into this game. The Rams, they've got that breathing space that they need. Fuji 1 for 2 tonight. It's another high one. Base is still loaded, so he gets a ball 4. Sakara will advance home and make it 3-0. But Hurlbrink is determined to not let that happen. It's another high one, ball 3. The 3-0. This time it's in the zone. Fuji had a glance. Pop fly. It's in foul territory. Who wants it? Maizado. He's got it. That's the third relieving out. And a crucial one for the Reds. But the Rams added in an extra run. They lead 2-0. But the Vic Park Belmont Reds are on their final chance. Top of the 7th here at NSR Hire Ballpark. The Vic Park Belmont Reds are on their final chance. They trail 2-0. The Rams got a run after Tarantola hit a sacrifice fly towards right field. Jax Williams tagged up from third to home and gave the Rockingham Rams a 2-0 advantage. It's a bit of breathing space that they need if they want to arrest this current slump they're in. They're looking to avoid 4 straight losses. While the Reds, they could see that winning streak slip away. They've come into this game off the back of 4 straight wins. They're in the 5. But if they go 5 and 4, they'll be in danger of slipping out. Kareen are right on their heels, leading things off. And there's going to be Greenham. Greenham is facing the first pitch. Right down the middle, Isaac Keane. They've persisted with Keane, and no wonder. Greenham swings and misses. 0-2. Nearly pitched 100. Isaac Keane tonight. He could pitch a shutout. And he gets even closer. Greenham swung for the fences, but he's sent packing. Now Ben Warrington. He's now got the job at hand. Fly out in his first at-bat, got a single in his second. Blinking, miss it. Isaac Keane. Oh, would even have ticked over at 90 miles an hour. Tremendous form that he has been on the mound, Isaac Keane. He's right back in the zone after just losing his way a little bit midway through the game. 0-1. Ground ball out towards shortstop. Chance now for Diggins. Throw to first is good. 2 up, 2 down. The Rams 1 out away from ending their 3-match losing streak. Now in the clean-up spot for the Vic Park Belmont Reds, it's Aguilar, the designated hitter. That one just a little over the zone. Very quick as well. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That one low to the inside corner. Aguilar thinking that one might just curve back. But he didn't get what he was after. It's now 1-1. Swing and a miss. Again, same area, same result. Can Keane finish the job? The 1-2. Keane finishes it off in style. Or does he? The first plate umpire has said no. It was ruled a foul, not a strike. Looked very close indeed. Not much contact with the bat from where I am in the commentary box. But here we go. The 1-2. That one's mistimed. Grounded to first, but it won't make a difference. Keane, only fitting, tags the plate. But it's ruled foul. So a couple of repeat fouls in quite interesting ways. That one looked to have been ruled fair, but not enough. There might be third time's the charm for Isaac Keane. There's Aguilar. He's had 2 bouts of luck. And this is the top of the 7th. The 1-2. He's drifting away. 2-2. Keane delivering the 2-2 pitch. Grounded toward Keane. Mishandles it. at second, ground out to first, and the Rams are back on the winners list. Rockingham have bounced back after 3 straight losses, and they have won it 2-0. They've pitched a shutout. Isaac Keane, a complete game shutout. And they have gone to him immediately. He was the one that kept the Rams right in it. They got 2 runs on the board, but their defensive play was just as impressive. And there's no doubt who the nomination would be for tonight's player of the game. Isaac Keane only allowed 2 hits, no runs. A complete game shutout, 7 strikeouts to boot. He goes up to 47 for the season. But more importantly, the Rockingham Rams have won their first game in 4. They've won it 2-0 in 7 here at NSR Ballpark. And they are back into contention for a final spot, having played their first ever final last season. But for the Vic Park Belmont Reds, their winning run comes to an end. But only on percentage they will remain in the 5. But Kareen will be breathing down their necks heading into the next couple of weeks. But a very impressive performance by the Rockingham Rams, not just through their starting pitcher in Isaac Keane, who pitched a complete game, but their ground fielding in general and their discipline was right on point as they needed to be after 3 straight losses. Thanks for your company here at NSR Higher Ballpark on this Friday night under the bright lights here in the West. Rockingham are back on track after 3 straight losses. They have defeated the Vic Park Belmont Reds, ending their winning streak of 4 games by a score of 2-0 in 7. We look forward to seeing you here next Friday when we see the Vic Park Belmont Reds again under the Friday night lights, this time against Swan Districts, who are also still in touch at the top 5, but they need a win to keep their finals hopes alive. Have a good night, everyone.